Hello, I'm DrPaul Cleveland with Boundary Stone, and I wanted to just share with you a little bit about what we believe, what are the principles that are going to drive all of our products, our books, what we write about, these videos, what we say in our videos, and what we write about in our articles. First, we are theists. We believe in the Creator God, the triune God of the Bible, who has revealed himself to us, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. And so that is foundational for us in all of our work. And based upon this, we believe in certain other principles, and we find these to be non-negotiable. That is, we're going to believe in free enterprise, limited government, voluntary cooperation with one another, and finally, in private property. And of course, this private property, we'll talk about it in a minute, really goes along with the first. Well, let's kind of get into this. Free enterprise. We believe that we were given a task in this world. That is, God had commanded us to go into all the world and to take dominion over it and to rule over it. Well, how do we do that? Well, we're not all gifted the same way, and so as a result, we believe that we should be voluntarily engaging one another and producing various things, and then trading with one another for mutually beneficial purposes. That's the way in which we achieve our ends in this world, and that's a God-given way to do so. Next, we believe in limited government. Have you noticed that we're not very good at this first one, at dealing with one another in voluntary ways? And that, if we know anything of human history, it's how quickly people will violate others using force instead of voluntary human action. That is, rather than respecting the lives of other people, we murder them. Rather than respecting their privacy, we invade it. Rather than trading on mutually agreeable terms, we would rather just steal their stuff from them. And so for these reasons, there's a purpose of government, but that purpose is limited. It's to punish wrongdoers, punish people who would so transgress against the co-equal rights of other people, and not treat them in a voluntary, mutually agreeable way. So there's a purpose for government, but it's narrow. Now, next we believe that in our voluntary human action, our cooperation, that we live in a world it's difficult sometimes. We all face problems, and of course we all want certain things, and that to get there, to get to our ends most effectively and most efficiently, we require means, we require economic goods. Well, we believe that individual human beings are best able, when they're left alone, left free to engage with one another, that human beings are able to innovate and to create new products, better ways of doing things, that we don't always do the things the same way that we've always done them, but somebody comes up with a better way, a new product, a new service that really is beneficial, and we all begin to see it. It's cheaper, it's better, it works so much better for us that those displace other things. We also know that there are people among us that for numerous reasons are unable to care for themselves. And disabilities are bound. There's illnesses, sickness, and all of these things. And certainly we believe that people of goodwill should come alongside and participate in charitable activities to help out the less fortunate among us. And however, we believe that this is always, it has to be a private activity of choice, human choice. In other words, that charity, in our view, is voluntary sacrifice motivated by love, and that no one is ever in a position where they can demand that they be treated mercifully or charitably or gracefully. That is an act from the other. Somebody comes in and treats you charitably. And it's not a matter of government action at all. And then finally, we do believe in private property. Of course, this one really does go along with the first, with free enterprise, but let's explain it a little more clearly. You know, we live in a material world. We require material things for our survival. We require food, clothing, and shelter. We require these things. And we have to produce these things. We engage with the world that we inhabit. And as we engage in it, you know, whether it be that one person comes along and begins to raise herds of livestock that are beneficial to other people, or someone comes along and begins to grow crops on certain property. These sorts of activities create property. The very act of taking dominion results in property. Well, because of that, we believe that people should respect the property of others, and that we should protect the property of others. And in doing so, we're really protecting ourselves. You know, as John Locke would put it, we're recognizing the logical necessity of the rights of others, the right to life, liberty, and property. And that in doing so, these things, these principles, when we adhere to them, when we identify them, lead to a society that can be more representative of the good society. Now, once again, because of sin, it'll never be perfect in this world. Let's face it. If you evaluate soberly your own life, and you come to grips with the fact that you've violated other people in this world, then you begin to recognize your need for grace and for mercy. And that can only come to you through Jesus Christ, the Son of God, who paid the price for you. These are the things that we believe in. And, you know, while they're not always expressed this way in all of our books, because a lot of our books are about history, economics, government, and such things, and the social sciences. Nevertheless, they're the backbone. They're the bedrock upon which we operate and upon how our products are developed. So I hope this gives you a better idea of who it is that we are and what it is that we do. Check out our website, boundarystone.org, see our products, and see if they're right for you.